Welcome back, everyone. In today's video, we're going to be discussing our Friday Night Yugioh results, featuring Volcanics. Going in round one, I was a bit nervous. This deck is highly susceptible to basic hand traps like Ash. Going second game one, I freaked out as my opponent was playing XYZ Sharks. If he sets up a few things, I am screwed. Game one, I was able to snag him with a well-timed Ash. He ended his turn, I was able to do full combo. Going into game two, I was set as second again, siding in lightning storms and evenly just in case. Unfortunately, my opponent bricked and summoned a single shark and I ashed its effect. Then proceeded to get him on again on a full combo. Going into round two, I was playing the local Trap Tricks player. As I opened my hand, I breathed a sigh of relief as I opened my hand and saw the Harpy's Feather Duster. My opponent played and set up a cool board, proceeded to wipe his back row, then his creatures with Blaze Accelerator and Scatter Shot combo. Game two of round two, I was a bit more scared as I didn't open my Feather Duster. We would continue through the turns, and he was able to stop me from activating too many effects when I special summoned creatures. The last thing I had in my hand was once again a Scatter Shot and a Blaze Accelerator, so I was able to wipe his creatures again. Turning and looking at the clock, I started to panic as we were running out of time. But that's what this deck does best, play in time. Gave up, had to have game two, moved to game three. Game three of round two, we shuffled up with about 30 seconds left on the timer. I proceeded to start my combo. He had no hand traps, so I was free to run. I was lucky enough to put bomb on the side of the field, destroy it with Volcanic Blaze Accelerator. Opponent took 500 damage, and that was time. Now, let's talk about game three and the brick city I was walking into. This is where I bit the dust. Round three, game one, I lost the dice roll again. I only went first a single game on Friday. My opponent was playing Red Eyes Dragon Link. I love this deck because it's focused on Red Eyes cards as the end board, not just the standard Dragon Link. He was able to set up 3 Red Eyes Metal Flare Dragons. Would take about 1,500 for each just looking at him. I looked at his board and took the big L on that one. Going to game two of round three, looked at my sideboard, decided just to full send it. He has no idea what I'm playing. Opening hand, I let out a big sigh. 2 pots of Extravagance, Blaze Accelerator, and 2 Droll and Lockbird. I let out a huge sigh and activated pot and waited for the Ash. He didn't have it. He had nothing. Holding breath, I knew that I could still recover from this if I ripped the right card. First card was Harpy's Feather Duster. Not what I wanted to see off the top of my deck going first. Okay, just one more card. I got this. Just need a Volcanic Trooper. Nope. It was the 3rd Droll and Lockbird. Admitting defeat, I passed my opponent as to let him have the victory lap and crush me with Boral Sword Dragon. He did a little bit of stuff with his Dragon Link. I drolled him. Wasn't able to stop him at all, unfortunately. Overall, I went 2-1 that night. Not bad for Volcanics. Now let's talk about the nitty-gritty of the deck. The pros. It can win in time. You're always dealing 500 damage. 500 damage here, 500 damage there. You're constantly nickeling and diming your opponent. Can you play well around Nib? If you feel like your opponent's going to have Nib or you just got that gut feeling, you can play around it. You don't need to summon 5 times. Just set up a basic board and pass. A few soft once per turn or cards that feel like soft once per turns. Like Volcanic Rimshot feels like a soft once per turn. It is a hard once per turn. Just use each of its effects once per turn. Volcanic Blaze Accelerator, though, is a soft once per turn. If you put out another one, you can pop another card. You can send to the graveyard. You can special summon. It's awesome. It is fun to scream Krakatoa as you burn somebody.
Krakatoa!
Boss monster is very easy to recur and special summon. All you need to do is either banish a Blaze Accelerator from your side of the field or graveyard, special summon them. Banish 3 Pyros from your graveyard, special summon them. The biggest thing is the boss monster is a 3,100 attack. Hard to get over with most decks. A lot of monsters don't go that high, so it's usually just about 100 higher than everything else. Now for the cons of the deck. Struggling against more than one hand trap, the deck struggles against well-timed Ash or Droll. If you add a Volcanic Shell to your hand, your opponent can just droll you after that because you get it from the deck. It just kind of sucks. Going second cards will rip this deck apart. There's no real way to set up a lot of negations. There are the problems your opponent just playing through your stuff. Even with Volcanic Inferno, there isn't much you can stop. Volcanic Inferno lets you once per turn banish a Volcanic from your graveyard to negate and burn for 500, and that's only on creature effects. Doesn't stop spells, traps, just creatures. So that's a little bit of a struggle, and setting up multiple does not let you activate multiple. Overall, it is a burn deck, and Konami cannot make this deck too good. One little push in the right direction, this deck would be an OTK burn deck with no way to be stopped. So there are limitations on the deck that have to be in place. Something we have to understand about these decks is they're not the best for a reason. They need to have limitations because one little push too far, and they're the best deck in the format, and they're just trying to give a little love and support, not make them the best deck. Overall, I love playing this deck. The nostalgia of playing a deck from the GX era is amazing, though I will always be a Crystal Beast player. I love to stretch out and try many decks. You'll definitely be tweaking the deck for this Friday, and I'll be posting another update on Friday. Thank you all for watching. Now this is the part where I beg for like subscribers. So if you enjoy janky content for Yu-Gi-Oh!, please crack a toe the like button and subscribe. See you next time.